What I want to talk about in one of my videos here and everything from what I learned from my coach and what I read from Monty Roberts is and how to deal with a biting horse or a pony that nips and everything, and the behavior becomes an issue, and always look at something in good hands. And it always tells you that with picnic, the best thing to option or the best way to resolve it with picnic, especially positive instant consequence, negative instant consequence in dealing with a biting horse or pony, is to figure out why they're biting. Are they being overfed too much, especially with treats? Are they in poor training like green? Or are they in pain and all? And just look at that in that situation before reacting a certain way. Hitting, head shying, all that is not the answer to every little problem with that. And I resent, not resent, but the fact is denounce even using that method. Because I see it too many times I've seen before, and it can be abusive. Especially some horse trainers may not even like you using that method. Especially where it can head shy them and cause trauma. And it can just make the horse or pony want to bite aggressively more and think that you're being a predator by doing that. So I try to think it's best idea to avoid that as much as possible when dealing with it. The best thing to do in situations like that is try to option personal space or try to make sure to find out why they're biting and try to prevent it from even giving any idea that it's going to get a treat. So when you reprimand and all that, you let it know personal space and you make sure you let it know not to go in your personal space. Or when you're leading out with a halter line or anything, or with a halter, make sure the halter is fit correctly and it's properly well fitted. And make sure to let it know that stay out of personal space and don't try to nip and keep on walking it. You have to keep reminding it that I'm in charge, I'm the boss, and be respectful. Do so. That's the best way to reprimand as picnic. Or do it as a way to keep walking it around a few times in a circle just to annoy it. And that's the idea of picnic. Positive instant consequence, negative instant consequence, as Monty Roberts puts it. And continue doing it, and this is what I've seen my coach do, especially when you're dealing with a pony that bites or sometimes being playful, and just continue to keep doing it until it lets it know that you're in charge. And that's how it will. And then it falls back into line, and eventually you're going to have a good relation again. But always let the pony know or horse know there's no hard feelings, especially when there's this kind of aggression. And always let it know that you're there for it, and you're its care, and you're its love, and show some affection sometimes when dealing with this. Not all horses act or ponies act out of aggression just because they don't like you. There could be a lot of factors in why it tests patience. No different than with a child. And you want to go around hitting, seniors in an elderly home and all that next. That's the liability, like I said before in an introduction with my video units I've been doing here. But always be patient, stay calm in a situation, and don't overreact. When dealing with ponies that do or horses that do bite, there's many ways in how to deal with it. Try to avoid hitting as much as possible. That's not always the answer to every little thing. And hope this information helps and all, because this is what I've learned from my coach and everything, and I look forward to one day using it if I ever deal with an aggressive pony or horse. And we're always learning from new methods. We always learn new things pretty much. And this is Curry Lover Sean out.